Friends, in today's video, we will talk about those places in the world that confuse the human mind. Somewhere, instead of water, blood flows. Somewhere, fire has been burning in the middle of the earth for 50 years. And somewhere, people sleep without waking up for many days. This is the world that is outside our mind despite being in front of us. So get ready, because we are going to take you on such a long journey, where every scene is going to be more shocking than the previous one. And the number 4 on our list will stop your heartbeats. So friends, first of all, let's go to the place that looks like a dream. That is, Mount Roraima. Friends, this mountain in the dense forests of Venezuela, South America, presents such a scene. As if an island is floating in the sea of clouds. On top of that, it is completely straight and flat. For millions of years, this mountain was separated from the rest of the earth. When humans reached its peak for the first time in 1884, they were surprised. There should have been no life on top. But there were such generations of animals and plants that could not be found anywhere else in the world. As if nature has hidden a separate world there. Some locals still believe that this mountain is a door between the sky and the earth, where humans cannot come back if they take a step. And when you stand in the middle of the clouds and look down, it feels as if the earth has ended. And you have come to another world. Friends, now let's go to the island of Flores in Indonesia. There are 3 lakes here that set an example in the world. These 3 lakes, which are located in the same place, which are locally known as Klimoto lakes, have the ability to change color. Sometimes blue, sometimes green, sometimes black, as if an invisible force is playing with their colors. The surprising thing is that their colors change many times a year, but they never look like each other. Science says that there is an active fire under them, which produces chemical reactions in the water. But the question is, how does this reaction create 3 different colors at once? And this is the secret that scientists have not been able to understand until today. Locals say that there are souls in these lakes. The souls of good people are blue, the green of the culprit and the shadow of the restless soul. But what is the truth? Only Allah knows better. But friends, now we take you to the heart of South America, in the Amazon jungle, where there is a new secret behind every tree. A river. This river is called Chiane Tamashka, which means the hot river of souls. Its temperature reaches 90 to 100 degrees centigrade. That is, if an animal or human accidentally falls into it, it dies alive. For a long time, people thought it was a fairy tale. Until in 2011, a scientist Andres Roux stepped there to find out the truth. He measured the temperature and it was really 86 degrees hot. But the most surprising thing is that there was no atmosphere hundreds of miles away. Then, why is this water so hot? Locals believe that a spiritual snake called Yakumama breathes under the ground and keeps this water warm with its heat. Maybe this is just a story, but whoever goes near this river says that there is something in the ground. Friends, now we take you to a jungle that challenges the principles of nature. This is the Crooked Forest of Poland, that is, the jungle of crooked trees. There are about 400 trees here, which are all bent in the same way. As soon as they come out of the ground, they turn 90 degrees. Then suddenly they straighten up and start climbing. No one knows why this happens. Some people say that when these trees were small, the snowstorm made them bend. Some say that the shapes of the trees are different here. But another view is that humans deliberately turned them like this so that their wood can be used to make boats and furniture. But whatever the reason is, this view seems like nature itself is playing a game with itself. When you enter this jungle, the curved lines of the trees look like a hidden hand is bending them in a special order. When the wind blows, these trees collide with each other and a strange noise is heard, as if they are talking to you. Anyway, friends, our next number on this list is a small village in Kazakhstan. This village is famous in the world for its sleeping village. The reason for this was that people here suddenly went into deep sleep and woke up many days later. So much so that they don't even remember what they saw in their dreams. According to the locals, this disease spread in 2013 and the whole village began to become a victim of it. The government sent doctors for samples of water and food, but everything was normal. Finally, after 2 years, it was revealed that there was an old uranium mine under the village, from where radon gas came out and dissolved in the air. This was the reason, but the locals still believe that this village is under a curse. When the wind blows at night, a strange silence spreads throughout the village, as if the ground itself stops breathing and the human being is only alive in a dream. Friends, now let's move on to the snowy world of Antarctica, where everything is white except for one thing. There is a lake there, but it does not flow water, but blood. And it is called Blood Falls. The first time an Australian scientist saw it in 1911, he thought it was the blood of an animal. But when the research was done, it was found that it is not water, but a salty substance full of iron, which mixes with oxygen and turns red. Surprisingly, even in the cold of -17 degrees, this water does not freeze, because it contains 3 times more salt. Looking at it, it looks like someone has released a river of blood into the heart of the snow. Some people consider it to be a sign of an ancient creature hidden in the ground. When the moon falls on it at night, it looks red as if light is flowing from the wound of the ground. Dear friends, now let's go to the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan. In 1971, Russian scientists were digging the ground in search of oil, when the ground suddenly sank. A big pit was formed, and clouds of methane gas began to rise from it. There was a danger that the gas would poison the entire area. Therefore, the scientists thought that the gas should be extinguished by setting it on fire. They thought that the fire would be extinguished in a few weeks. But 50 years have passed, and the fire is still burning. Locals call it the door to hell. In the darkness of the night, when you stand on the edge of it, a flame rises from below as if someone is breathing inside the chest of the ground. This scene is such that a person forgets for a few moments whether he is alive or dreaming. Dear friends, at the end of our list is the place that you will not believe to see, whether it is a landscape of the earth or of some other world. This is a lake in Tanzania, Africa, known as Lake Nitron. Apparently, this lake looks like a scene of heaven shining with red, orange, and golden colors. But in reality, it is the abode of death. This lake is so beautiful that often birds make the mistake of getting off here. But as soon as they touch its water, their wings freeze. The body becomes hard, and in a few minutes they turn into stone statues. Yes, this lake turns living things into stones. The amount of water, sodium carbonate, and salt in it is so high that it is no less than acid for any living being. The temperature of the lake often goes above 60 degrees Celsius. When a chemical present in the water collides with a bird or animal's body, it dries it immediately, as if someone has turned it into a mummy in a moment. But the amazing thing is that this lake also gives life along with death. In this lake, those unique flamingo birds lay eggs that are found only here in the world. Where other living beings die, these flamingos fly there. It is as if nature has turned this place into a union of heaven and hell at the same time. In the daytime, when the sun's light falls on its water, the color of the lake turns red like blood. And in the evening, it looks as if the land itself is melting. The people around say that at night, there is a strange smell on the banks of the lake, in which there is a shimmer of light, as if the souls are floating on water. Some villagers believe that this lake is a holy door, where the line between life and death is erased.